Hello there. As you can see, Gran Turismo Sport, one of the many racing games I've played over the years. Anybody who may have looked at what videos I have posted have seen there's been a few I've posted from Gran Turismo of races. Well, I'm getting into more advanced sim racing. I've been a controller racer for years. It's done me well. Uh, been high as a B-rated driver, with B driver rating and S on my sportsmanship. So it's been a struggle. But then again, as they say, you can only do so much with a controller. So I have stepped up my game a little bit. So we're doing not a full rig, because not all of us can afford to be in a 7,000-pound simulator or race cars and have the money to buy full rigs, motion setup. But so we've got a nice little stand here, as you can see, and I'll show you. It's a Pro Pedal setup. Um, it's just an arm. Comes up, wheel, basically. This is going to be, excuse me, a couch racer setup. I'm a single father, and I mean single. So, one income household and a 17-year-old daughter. So, we buy what we can afford. So, for the starters, not bad. We added a conical behind the middle brake pedal, so a little stiffer. It's good, pretty stiff to start out, so it'll take some getting used to, and of course force feedback and all that, which you don't have on a standard DualShock controller. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting adjustment. So I figured I might document it and kind of see what happens here. So we've got everything set up, so hopefully we will be doing some streams and some videos, and so you can maybe see how it is adjusting from a controller to a force feedback steering wheel. So it'll be interesting. Maybe you'll join me, maybe you won't. Maybe some of you will join later and catch up on the back end. But for now, uh, typical like, subscribe, whatever. I don't really bother, but it is what it is. So, and away I go, I guess. Next time you'll see something posted on the page, it'll hopefully be my first official practice, because we're not going to jump into a race. We're going to do lots of practice, get used to the setup that we have. We'll have to, make adjustments and all that, and get things adjusted for our capabilities, for lack of a better word, and get down to business and see if we can actually do better than we already do. Right? Controller racer. I know, nothing special, but we're going to try to step up our game. See if we can get a little bit better. I mean, we got a few wins under our belt. We've qualified, we've qualified a couple of times in pole positions. Hanging on to them is a whole different story. It's harder when sometimes it feels like people have an advantage because they have a steering wheel. So we're going to see what we can do. See if we can up our game a little bit. Like I said, I'm a GT racer. I've played every one of them since the inception of Gran Turismo, which was PlayStation 1, and I've always used controller. Um, so it is what it is. Everybody's different. Like I said, I'm a single father, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what can happen here. 17-year-old daughter fixing to graduate high school and go off to college doesn't leave me a whole lot to play with, money wise. So we're using what we can afford, and hopefully later on down the line we'll upgrade to something maybe a little different. Um, who knows? We'll have to see what happens. So tune in, watch. Maybe you'll get a laugh out of me. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you'll like watching me struggle, learn tips and tricks. Hey, I'll watch other guys too. Jimmy Broadbent, um, Super GT. I've watched races, watched them live, watching these guys. iRacing and GT, Assetto Corsa, and things of that nature. And I've picked up a few tricks and learned a few things. So hopefully, maybe I can do the same for somebody else who's really trying to up their game and get into the upper echelons of sim racing, I guess. So I do have some Assetto Corsa. The first one, I haven't played on it very much. Still trying to adapt. It's different to me than, say, Gran Turismo or something of that nature. So maybe you'll see a little bit of there in me trying to learn and get adapted to the setup, and so it's going to be a whole different world. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. Hey, but it is what it is. So hopefully I will see you all soon. Enjoy your days.